Hi everybody, I'm Renee. To identify interactional patterns for this question, I looked for observable behaviors. I identified strong emotions. I looked for complementary behaviors. And then I also assigned each relationship a type of interpersonal pattern from the IP scope topology chart. There's 4 relationships that we're going to look at, and the first one is Tanisha and her boyfriend, who's the father of her children. Tanisha's behaviors include that she's been taking on all the responsibility, working full-time, caring for the kids, leaving work to take kids for their appointments, and she can't seem to get her schoolwork done. Her boyfriend's behavior is that he comes and goes as he pleases. He doesn't work or help her out. He sits around and plays video games, and he always is fussing, which to me I think is complaining. The strongest emotion in this relationship, I think, is frustration. I think that some complementary behaviors that are going on here is working and playing, trying and eluding, and responsible and irresponsible. So again, I think this belongs in the PIP category. Second relationship is Tanisha and her friends that are helping her out. Her friends' behaviors are that they're helping her, they're asking her questions, and they're asking her, why do you keep taking him back? They are also very tired. Tanisha's behaviors are, she understands why her friends are questioning her. She doesn't blame them. She knows why they're mad, and she also knows that she can do better. I think the strongest emotion for Tanisha is fear, that they may get fed up and stop helping her, or that she might lose friendships. I think she's also feeling a lot of frustration because she can see the problem but can't seem to do anything about it. So I see her friends as addressing the issues, and I see Tanisha as acknowledging the issues. I put this in the tip category because I think this could be a transforming interpersonal pattern, and this could be a catalyst to promote healing and wellness for Tanisha. The third relationship is Tanisha and her kids' school. So behaviors from her kids' school, all we know is that she's been notified that her kids were acting up in school. Tanisha's behavior is she knows why her kids are acting up. She believes that it's not the school's business to know what's going on at home, but she also is worried that the school is going to call protective services. Her strongest emotion, I think, is fear that she could lose her kids. But I also think that she's also feeling very protective and private, and that she said that it's none of the school's business of what's going on at home. I put this under the SCIP category. And I think this has to do with beliefs and actions. I see the problem is that her belief in wanting this privacy is causing a lack of communication, and that could lead to her children taken away. So I see that there's definitely a conflict here that's problematic. The last relationship is Tanisha and nursing school, and I put this under the DIP category. Tanisha, she was getting good grades. She was on Dean's List. Her grades have dropped because she has too much on her plate. Tanisha wants better for her kids, which is why she's going to school, and she also has a fear of failing out. The nursing school, there really isn't anybody there's nobody she's talking about. There's no communication going on here, but from the nursing school perspective, I believe all they can see is that her grades are dropping. The strongest emotion here for Tanisha would be a fear of failing out and a loss of a dream for her family. So DIP is a deteriorating interpersonal pattern. So it's a shift from wellness to symptomatic interactions, which I think Tanisha being on the Dean's List to failing would be symptomatic in this case. Okay, so moving on to the second question here that I'm directly talking to Tanisha. So this is what I would say is, Tanisha, I would like to take a closer look at the relationships in your life. Many times the problems we experience are related to the social systems that we're part of. Using Tom's interpersonal patterns approach, we can observe these interactional patterns in the relationships that we discussed earlier, like between you and your boyfriend, and your friends, and your parent, or the kid's school, as well as the nursing school. The benefits to this approach is that we can identify the problem behaviors quickly. The attitudes, feelings, and beliefs that are enabling and reinforcing the problem are going to come to light. Another benefit to this approach is that it has a sociocultural element, which in turn will highlight the contributions to either pathology or wellness. And this is going to highlight how your beliefs are affecting your actions. Observing these interactions, the patterns are going to emerge, and this is going to help us with goal setting and facilitating the change process. So as you change your behaviors in these relationships, the patterns are going to change, and it will move you towards healing and wellness. So how does that sound? Thank you.